This is the lobster that they make exclusively for us here at QVC with an HPP process which allows that lobster to come right out of the shell, which means you get every single ounce, every bite, every morsel of buttery, delicious, high-end premium lobster from Maine that you can now serve for Seven Fishes dinner. We've got you covered. New Year's Eve, you're doing surf and turf. We've got you covered. Nicole Gaffney is here. She's the chef. If you follow her on Instagram, Coley Cooks, you know that she has some of the best ideas in the world of culinary.
Thank you.
Today, I'm so excited that we're bringing this from Greenhead because this is your opportunity to get the splits. And it's the only day this year that we're actually presenting you the splits. And by the way, we haven't presented it to you all year round, right?
Yep.
So you're gonna get 14 4 to 5 ounce split Maine lobster tails. What does that mean for you? It means 28 pieces of the lobster that you're getting here, all with the shell, so it's a beautiful presentation. You're also getting the Kate's butter, which I know many of you go crazy for and ask for, so you're gonna get 2 of those for the 6 easy monthly payments of $36.50. Now you can get these immediately, you can get these on December 2nd, and you can lock these in on auto delivery, get them every 4 months for a full year, but today and right now is the day to get this because it's the lowest price you're gonna see it at for the next 6 months. You know what that means? That means all of November, December, January, February, March, April. So even thinking about Easter, now is your lowest price on the splits. And did you see what just happened there? Did you see how the lobster just came right out of the shell? That's HPP process.
Exactly. So this is a special process that we do exclusively for QVC. You can't get this anywhere else, including on our website. And go ahead and have a taste while I tell you about this.
And tell me about this Maine lobster.
Yeah, well, let me tell you about the HPP processing first, because it really is important. We shoot high pressure water into the lobster tails so that it releases the meat from the shell, so you're getting all of it out easily. So, tell me how that tastes.
First of all, it's not chalky, it's not chewy, it's sweet.
Yes. So Maine lobster.
So how many times have you had lobster and said, wait a minute, I need to dip it in the butter because there's no other flavor otherwise?
Right,
this is sweet. Like sugar.
Right. So this is Maine lobster, and it's important to make that distinction. So we're located in Stonington, Maine, which is the lobster capital of the world. And this is certified Maine lobster. Just because someone says it's from Maine doesn't mean it actually is unless it has that certification. And all of our lobstermen are specially licensed. They only issue a certain amount of these per year per lobsterman. That's Hugh Reynolds. He established our company in 1995. We are a well-respected, well-known company, known for our quality and for our passion. All we do is lobster.
And by the way, not just anybody can go fishing in Maine.
Exactly.
Right?
You have to have that license.
So you have to have the certification. Greenhead has the license. We don't have a lot of these to go around.
We do not.
And it is our today only price that goes away at the end of the day, but I don't think it's going to last the full show, especially at this price and this easy pay. Our best easy pay, any credit card of your choice, $36.50. Here's what we got. Shipping immediately, fewer than 400 remaining now. I have 500 left for December, and December's really popular, and so is auto delivery. So here's what I'm thinking, right? Seven Fishes dinner, we've got you covered with one of them.
Absolutely.
But by the way, for 28 people.
Right, so you can serve a crowd, and I love that. This is so awesome for doing a buffet-style dinner or a family-style dinner, especially if you're maybe doing like a surf and turf or you have other items out. It's perfect for everyone to go in and get themselves some lobster.
So how am I preparing this? Okay, so sometimes I think to myself, okay, it's lobster, it's pricier. You might think to yourself, I don't know how to make lobster. It's actually easier to make than 99% of the foods that you already make at home.
It's so true. All you have to do is boil it, steam it, or in this case, because these are already split for you, I actually like to roast these in the oven. I know, and with that butter, how good is that? The Kate's butter from Maine, it's from a local creamery, local Maine cows, perfectly salted with sea salt, so it pairs beautifully with that sweet, succulent lobster. You know, that sweet saltiness that you think of with that like addicting types of food like salted chocolate-covered pretzels.
Or like the sea salt caramels that we had a little bit earlier from Sanders, you know?
Same idea, but savory.
So what I love about this is the fact that today we're bringing you the splits. Okay, so you've seen us present Greenhead lobster in the lobster tails. They're always very popular. When we have it for you at a today only price like this, they sell out because the value is outstanding, as well as the 6 easy monthly payments. You know, this is not only the only time that you're going to see this for the rest of the year, but for the next 6 months, this is the lowest price that you're going to see the opportunity to get 14 of the splits, which means technically 28 pieces of lobster is that you're getting here. And they come right out of the shell. So we're going to show you that in case you missed it, because this is nowhere else except for right here at QVC. I refuse to buy lobster at a regular seafood store or at my grocery store because I have cut my hands way too many times. Did you see that?
Me too.
That is not pre-prepped that way. That is the way that Greenhead prepared it for you.
Exactly. That's that HPP processing that we talked about. And look at the shell. There is no meat left behind. Sometimes when you cook lobster, you sit there and you wrestle with the meat to get it out of the shell, but sometimes there's meat left in the shell. And when it comes to lobster, it's not about how much you cook. It's about how much you get to eat.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Well, if you're picking up our today only price, it's a very smart move because, again, it is the lowest price you're going to see for the next 6 months. Lots of you are picking up that December ship window. So what I would say is do not wait. If you're thinking about this, go to the phone lines, go to QVC.com, use your mobile apps, get it home in time for December. I'm thinking Christmas Eve. Just
Definitely.
right off the bat, right?
Christmas Day.
But Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, every year.
Perfect.
I always have surf and turf. I gotta have a piece of lobster.
Absolutely.
Gotta have a piece of steak. Maybe you picked up the filet mignons from a little bit earlier, the medallions, and you're adding this to your order. It is like the 1-to-1 perfection ratio. And look at that. That is not tough lobster. That's not chalky lobster. So if I'm preparing this, if I'm steaming it or boiling it, how long about do I cook these for?
You want to do about a minute per ounce. So it keeps it really easy for you.
And then you yourself, when you like bake these in the oven or do something like...
So this is one of my favorite ways to cook these. My family does this with lots of different seafood around Christmas time. You take the lobster tails because they're already split, you put them flesh side up, and you sprinkle some breadcrumbs that you've mixed with this Kate's butter. Maybe some extra garlic and herbs, and you pack that in on top, and you put them in the oven and bake them for just a few minutes, and they come out so perfect, and it's great to put on a holiday table, great for entertaining. That's why I love these splits so much for this time of year, because they're great for serving to a group.
And you know, without getting on a soapbox, I will tell you one thing that my mother has always taught me. Is that when it comes to the holidays, and when it comes to celebrating an event, we are so lucky that we can celebrate in the most wonderful ways.
Oh, it's so true.
This is your opportunity to honor your holiday and your family and your guests when they come to your door, because it's a blessing to be able to serve
100%.
them such a decadent meal. Today you can get 28 of those lobster tails, the halves. So it's 14 lobster tails. When they're split in half, it's 28, and you get the 8-ounce butter as well. Now, here's your update. Shipping immediately, fewer than 300. Shipping in December, 450 to go around. Today, your 6 easy monthly payments is just $36.50. M66452 is your item number. Okay, so Courtney.
Yes.
Are you a lobster fan?
I actually am, yes.
Yes. What's not to love about lobster?
And I've gone to Maine to eat lobster.
Oh, and isn't it the best lobster you've ever had? You
Yes.
really can't compare Maine lobster to anything else in the world.
This is true.
Now
the question is it as good? So,
You better
I have
believe
not had
it.
this yet. Okay,
I'm
so
fully confident.
this is that
but
delicious
Here's
butter
the test.
that you were talking about, the butter.
The butter.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Right?
This is nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to say that tastes just as good, but the fact is, I love how it's a little bit smaller, because sometimes, not that I'm a big lobster is a big deal, okay? I'm excited. But
Why did you bring me such a big lobster?
But this, I mean, you could make like, you know those lobster mac and cheeses?
Yes,
you could put
absolutely.
on a salad. I mean, if you actually wanted to kind of vamp up your dish, you could do that. Or eat it plain. I mean, plain is just as delicious.
Oh, yes.
I think that's the best way to eat it personally, but lobster can go into so many different recipes.
It really can.
I like to make lobster bisque every year for my family for Christmas Eve. That's one of my signatures. And you know what? If you really want to do something like that, save the shells. Because the shells are where you're really getting most of the flavor
So
from.
that's where the
Oh, I
broth
didn't know that.
Yep,
is
exactly.
from.
You boil the
It's
shells
base for the
down.
roux.
Exactly. That's where you get that beautiful lobster flavor, and then you can just chop the lobster up and put it on top. Another great serving suggestion if anybody's interested in that out there.
That is, and it smells like fresh lobster.
Exactly. It doesn't
That's
smell
another thing.
fishy.
Yeah.
It
No,
smells like
smells good.
just freshness, like you said, just like beautiful
Like
fresh
Maine
lobster.
lobster.
Like Maine, like it should smell.
I'll tell you,
Exactly.
several years ago, I went to visit a friend in West Barnstable in Maine, and we picked up lobsters at the dock.
Yes.
We brought them to the house, steamed them, cracked, did all the work. It was a lot
A
of work.
lot of work.
And by the way,
Yeah.
really expensive. It wasn't
Even
like,
in Maine.
Yeah, this is more affordable if you ask me. You're getting more of the meat, you're getting less of the hassle, and
Way
you're getting
less.
it today at a great value, 6 payments of $36.50. What are you getting? Well, you're going to get the opportunity not only to impress your family and your friends, but, and by the way, you don't need to cook all of them at once. How
No.
do these come packaged?
So that's what I was going to say. These are individually quick frozen and they're blast frozen. So if you just want to cook one of these,
You just
no
pull one
problem.
out.
Just pull one out and have a little personal lobster dinner at night. I have
Ooh, I
no
like that.
issues with
Oh,
that.
I think that's a great idea.
That is a good idea.
Because these are blast frozen, it really locks in that flavor. So like you said, this tastes just like the lobster that you had when you were in
does.
Maine, and that's because of that freezing process. As soon as they come off of the docks, they go through that high pressure processing, and then they're blast frozen individually, placed into a bag, and shipped right to your door. There is no middleman here.
that's pretty
You are
good.
getting the freshest possible lobster that you can get.
All right, our
Fantastic.
today only price goes away at the end of the day today. The Easy Pay goes away at the end of the day today.
So quick.
Now's your chance to pick it up, M66452. Hey, let's go to the phone lines. Let's chat
Awesome.
with Arlene. Welcome, Arlene. You're on the air. Alberti, Courtney, and Nicole Gaffney. We're all
Arlene.
here with you.
Hello.
So we
Hello
hear
there.
you picked up our today only price from Greenhead.
I sure did.
Awesome.
Now, is it your first time trying Greenhead lobster?
Oh, no. No.
Tell us your
I
experience.
just love it. Well, I normally, I just had the ones where you just took the fork and pulled it out of the shell.
Uh-huh.
And I usually put it in boiling water and simmer it. And then I pull it out of the shell and I eat it. And it's sweet and it's delicious. And I can't say enough about these lobsters. They are they're tender.
Thank
You can't go wrong.
But you're so right. Now, do you eat them with the butter or do you like them just as is?
Yeah, I've done them with the butter, and I've also done them plain. Usually I dip them in the butter. I melt it.
So good.
Look at that. And they come out of the shells easily for you, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now, have you ever
Yeah,
cooked
it was,
lobster, a different kind of lobster before where you struggled with the shells?
No, I live in Missouri, and when I lived in California, I had lobster all the time.
Sure.
Yeah.
And, but here, you don't get stuff like this.
Sure, of course. Out in the
And
West,
so I
it is.
had received the other type where it was just in the shell. I gave one bag to my son, who also lives here in Missouri,
Yeah, it's a great gift idea.
Yeah,
If
it is a
somebody
really
and
good
they
gift idea.
devoured it.
Understandably.
It's my kind of son right there.
I don't know if they're going to get any this time.
Arlene,
Even
you
for myself.
Arlene, you are amazing. You know what? Make it so that they come over to the house and enjoy it with you at your
Yes,
house.
exactly.
Yeah, it would be nice, but it's sometimes impossible.
Aw.
They
Yeah.
have other parts of her family,
Okay.
his wife, and they usually go over there for Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Well, Arlene, we are so excited that you were able
Thank
to pick up
you so
our
much.
today only price
Yes.
from Greenhead. And we're so happy that you're a fan. Thank you so much
Yes,
for telling
thank you
us about
for
your
the call.
experience.
You are going to
you.
love these.
Oh, I can't wait.
So you have a wonderful
Bye.
day.
Yes, and a wonderful
All right.
holiday.
Yeah, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, okay?
Same to you guys.
Thank
All right,
you.
bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right.
So sweet.
So these are very, very popular.
Yes,
They're a
clearly.
today only price. Greenhead lobster is it's the only Maine lobster that we bring to you here at QVC, and it is the only lobster that has this proprietary HPP process. Like, so this is like, this is a cleansing process.
HPP process. You're gonna have to tell me that.
Yeah, so what does that mean,
Yep.
Nicole? Tell us.
So the HPP processing, we shoot high pressure water into the shells so it releases the meat and it cleans them. So you can see this pops right out of the shell.
It's like a fancy lobster car wash.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's a great way of putting it. And look, there's no meat left in the shell here.
That's impressive, because that is hard to do.
It is all about how much lobster you get to eat. If you've ever cooked a whole lobster, most of it goes in the trash.
Yeah.
The tail is where it's at. The tail is where most of the meat is, but you're buying that whole lobster by the pound. So you're paying for so much, but you only get to eat